Hello again, fight fans. I am Jason Burgos for SureDog.com, and tonight I am joined by one of the fastest rising talents in the UFC women's flyweight division. Strawweight division. At UFC 257, she will take her number 9 ranking and do battle with 7 ranked fellow Brazilian Marina Rodriguez. In my book, this woman has the pound for pound best laugh in all of MMA, and that is the one and only Amanda Ribas. Amanda, thank you so much for giving me some time all the way from Abu Dhabi.
Hello, I'm good. I say thank you to you. It's a pleasure to talk here with you. And yes, I'm in Abu Dhabi. Now here is I think 9:30, almost like that. I make you wake up early, but I appreciate that.
Now, your fight is still a ways away. Why are you in Abu Dhabi so early? Usually, I know a lot of fighters go about a week or so before, but do you like Fight Island a lot? Are you like, I'm going to go out like 2-3 weeks. I'm going to have fun.
I like here a lot, but I came here early because my coach was here early. And for me, for my camp, I think it's better because the time, because the sun, because a lot of stuff. So for me, I think it's better.
Now, you have become a star in this division by winning 4 straight and beating really popular fighters in Mackenzie Dern, Paige Van Zandt. Now, your Instagram kind of sort of tells a story in your rise in fame and stuff like that. When you debuted, you had, a good following and a couple thousand likes on posts and everything. But since then, those numbers have skyrocketed where you get like tens of thousands of likes. You have like 633 followers on Instagram. How much has life for you changed in the last 19 months? And are there any like negative parts of growing fame and becoming even more famous?
I'm enjoy this because for sponsors, it's amazing. Ooh, it's really good. But sometimes it's a little bad because look my hair. And sometimes the people see my photo and they think my hair is like the photo all the time.
It's not.
No. Because that I think I put his histories like, oh, look. But I try not to put my head in the heaven. Like, some fighters sometimes just thinking Instagram, social medias, and forgot to train, forgot to fight. And I am a fighter.
Yeah.
So I need to train. I need to keep my focus in Marina right now, in the UFC right now, in my weight. So right now, when I go to social media, it's just for fun. I'm not doing nothing, so I don't know. I will take a picture like that. But I don't want to change my mind.
Now, and that's interesting to bring up sponsors because, I've talked to a lot of fighters, and there's some fighters that don't get into the social media aspect of things, and, that's just not their personality, and it's kind of important, especially MMA, especially if UFC, they want fighters to kind of push themselves out there. Do you think, like, were you made for this kind of thing in terms of, like, I don't mind selling a product or a sponsor on social media, I'm going to have fun with it, and I'm going to make money. This is perfect for me.
Yeah. I have a little concern about my sponsors. I don't want to make some photo for a brand who I disagree with the idea.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I am a little annoying about that. I don't know if I can say like that. But if it is a good chocolate, for sure I will do a brand. Take a picture. But imagine, I will do a video with a chocolate who I can't eat. I try to be careful.
Yeah.
But yes, I think all the fighters need to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what will happen in your life. Our life, like fighters, is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't want this, but if maybe I broke my finger and I can't fight anymore. So, what do you do? I have a sponsor. I know how to do classes. I have a university. So I think we need to think we need to have a lot of options. Of course, stay focused in just one, but have to have a lot of options.
So is this you telling us now, as you continue to master English and your English is getting so good, are you going to follow Ronda Rousey? Are we going to see Amanda Ribas in movies soon? Action star?
Oh, I hope so. Imagine that. Oh no! Or right now, I don't know if you watch series like Cobra Kai. Do you know Cobra Kai?
Oh, I love that show. Love that show.
Yeah. Imagine me,
Oh,
actress of the
yes. Yes.
Do you know one thing? I was waiting because I will cut my weight in the bathroom. The bathroom? No, what? How is it? Yes. So when I do that, I try to watch something, and I will watch Cobra Kai, the last season, because I didn't watch yet, and I am anxious, but I need to do in my tub because it's so good.
It is. We love that show. Now, part of your appeal for fans and stuff like that, other than just being a badass, talented fighter, is your personality. You have this lovable personality, just seems like a good, fun, positive person. Where does the happy attitude, the happy vibe come from? Does it come from how you grew up? You know, did you live in like a very secure, happy environment as a kid? Maybe you didn't grow up super secure. Maybe you were poor or something like that, but your family had a lot of love and a lot of joy. Like, what makes your smile come so easy?
I think comes from growth. And my family sometimes is not too easy, not too.
No.
Oh, like I don't hug my brothers. I don't hug because I'm not. We like, you know.
Yeah.
But I know if he needs me or if I need him, he is in my side. But I think when after the doping, I learned how to do it with the stuffs, because if I'm sad, if I stay thinking the sad stuffs and nothing gets better. So if I'm lost pounds, I want really hot chocolate. But if I stay thinking of this, my mouth will start to want chocolate, and I can talk. And so are you thinking water? Are you thinking, I don't know, a movie? And try to get better. Be light in the darkness. This is the word I'm talking to everybody, because I think with a smile, you can change someone's lives.
Very true.
And I like that, because one day somebody liked of me or said some good things for me and changed my life. Maybe this person doesn't even know about that, but changed my life. So I try to do that too.
See, this is why you're lovable. This is why people like you. This is why they can. This is what it is. But now, your opponent at UFC 257, Marina Rodriguez, has 5 fights in the UFC. 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. Now, you, like I mentioned earlier, have 4 straight wins, 2 finishes, beat one of the women that she went to a draw with. You, though, are ranked 2 spots behind her. Doesn't that kind of drive you crazy? How's that possible?
Marina, for me, she is really good. She has really striking, and is different because she is a different fighter. Another fighters like Mackenzie was really good on the ground. Ronda was really good in strategy. Paige was really good in her heart and her striking. And now Marina, she has mind good. I think she thinks really good. And she has a lot of striking. So I don't think like, oh, she has 2 wins, 2 draw, and I have 4 wins. No, I think in this fight, I think in what my strategy, I think what do you do in the fight, because if I don't do that, I think I will be crazy. Like I said, too much pressure. No, I don't want this. No, get off.
Now that's interesting, and that's kind of where I was going with the next question, explaining what makes Marina so good, and looking at her fights, looking at the stats from those fights, like, when people choose to strike with her, it doesn't really go too well. And even when her opponents have tried to wrestle her, just getting her down a couple times doesn't necessarily mean you're going to rack up points, you're going to win against her. Cynthia Calvillo had to take her down 5 times just to get a decision against her. But it seems with her opponents, at least her draws and her loss were people trying to wrestle her a little bit. Do you see in her career, in her UFC fights, you can wrestle, you can grapple, you've proven it at the UFC level. Are there weaknesses in her grappling, in her takedown game that a lot of opponents seem to go in that direction to at least have a better chance of beating her?
Yes, I think Marina all the time to say, "Ooh, she has a striking, good." But she is an MMA fighter, so she knows how to take it down too. She knows on the ground too. So I need to be scared. I need to be careful about that, and I will try to strike with her too, because I am an MMA fighter and I know how to strike. Not good as her, but I'm trying to. And maybe go on the ground, I don't know, do tight stuffs.
Yeah.
Because she's fast and I can't let her think, because I think if she thinks, she will do something. So I in my mind, I need to all the times doing something.
And you're being very complimentary of her style and her abilities and stuff like that. So is it safe to say, I know a lot of fighters will say, oh, the next fight is always the biggest fight, that's always the toughest. But on a skill level, even though you did fight fighters like Mackenzie and Ronda who are good fighters, is Marina on a skill, technique, ability-wise, is she the most dangerous, toughest challenge you've had in your career so far?
Right now it is, because I need to beat her to get on the top.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
At some point this year, a title fight in your division between Zhang Weili and Rose Namajunas will happen. How do you think that fight will play out, and who do you think would be the champion after that fight?
Good question. I think yes, because I like both. I think is good style, a little different style, because for me, in my mind, Rose is more technical, and Young, she is more strong. Can I say that? She throw punches like boom, and Rose throw punches to do points like that. I think I can say that, but she's really strategy and smart. So I think depends the day, who will be better in the day. But I was looking, they were talking about Carla Esparza fight against the champ. So I was, if I win the Marina, maybe, I don't know, until the end of the year, I can be for the belt too. So I was a little happy for this notice.
Is there a lot of people, like, are there any fighters in your division that, as you've made your way up in your career, made your way into the UFC, that you've looked at and admired and like, that's someone I want to fight, especially in front of you in the top 15 rankings? A lot of people look at Joanna Jędrzejczyk as that, but you train at the same camp with her, so I know that's really not an option, or at least not for only for a title fight. But you mentioned Carla. Let's say Rose and Weili Zhang does happen. A Carla Esparza, a Claudia Gadelha, a Michelle Waterson, all people in front of you, but also fighters that have really been in the division a long time, helped build this division. Are any of those, fights that you've wanted to just as a competitor and want as a person that knows, look, a win against them will get me closer to that title fight in 2021?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight against Carla, and then I don't know what happened. The fights go out, and then supposed to fight against Michelle, and go out the fight too. And I think I need to fight against some top 5. I don't know, because it's everybody was supposed to fight was in the top 2. Marina is better ranked than me, so it will be really good for me. So I think if I won this fight, I want a top 5. I hope so.